Have you ever thought about navigating the storms of life with the same fearlessness and serenity of an experienced sailor? In times of overwhelming uncertainty, many seek temporary refuges. Is this really the solution? We live in a world where anxiety seems to dictate the rules. But what if we told you there's a simple and transformative miracle within reach of all of us? Diving into the luminous depths of prayer can, contrary to common sense, free you from invisible bonds, capable of making your deepest worries blush. Through C.S. Lewis's analytical lens and his rich exploration of mere Christianity, prepare yourself for a journey where trusting in God is not only the key to peace, but also a complete revitalization of your life. Of course, every great miracle begins with a simple step. Are you ready to discover and experience this redemptive version of everyday life? Faith presents itself as that firm anchor that every boat needs in troubled waters. Amidst the storms of everyday life, faith is what holds us firm, relentlessly resisting waves of doubts and challenges. Just like the story of C.S. Lewis, who discovered his faith in an exciting journey, full of nuances worthy of a profound Christian documentary. Who hasn't needed to pause for a moment and feel that serene presence that accompanies us? Just like a narrator of the chronicles of Narnia guides us through a world of spiritual discoveries and adventures, faith is more than a simple belief. It is a transformative and enduring engine. Imagine meeting someone who, in the midst of the fiercest storm, still finds serenity. Inspiring, isn't it? This is the stability that true faith provides. A balm for the emotional storm, capable of turning uncertainties into learning. At times, we assume the role of spectators in an incredible journey, similar to the lessons of C.S. Lewis that make life unexpectedly unpredictable, yet fascinatingly controllable. Reflect on how we can apply this daily. Cultivating resilience through the conscious practice of faith while opening a C.S. Lewis audiobook on mere Christianity. In practice, exercising faith is recognizing daily our greater purpose, making our hearts safe harbors. These are the calm waters, comparable to the calm before the storm, that ensure our faith is not superficial, but rather radical and essentialist. Such development is comparable to the careful tilling of the soil, ensuring the cultivation of vigorous growth, a habit we could foster, for example, with communal Bible study. If on this journey something tells us that partnerships are valuable, then perhaps completing a Bible study with me and others is the way to go. This broad and relational vision will extend. Finding space for the next theme. Trusting in God is akin to placing all our trust in the skill of a surgeon. Even in total uncertainty, we surrender to silent hope. Just as we trust the expertise of professionals, we can also trust in God, who orchestrates every aspect of the right timing, even when everything seems to collapse around us. Whenever situations become murky, like in a profound historical documentary, remembering there is a guiding hand in the shadows can be comforting. C.S. Lewis was a master at portraying this unwavering faith, asserting that even when our emotions waver, reason keeps us firm, like a robust study of biblical truths. There are moments in life when not comprehending the exact path brings anxiety and restlessness. Imagine someone who, missing a key piece in a puzzle, still sees beauty in the incompleteness and potential in the absences. This is how God asks us to trust, even though the solutions are invisible. Faith, the anchor in this crossing. A practical example? Think of the story of the Chronicles of Narnia, where characters embark on missions armed with nothing but unwavering certainty in the promise of Aslan, similar to what is cultivated in an authentic Bible study with me. This dynamic comfort is always revealing itself, even more so as we move to new discoveries. We thus encourage ourselves to keep our eyes on the target, indifferent to visible temporary limitations. For faith, seen through the lenses of books by Christian authors, recognizes no confines, always embarking on unexpected directions. How inviting is it to lean on the conviction that someone powerful illuminates our steps. The twilight preceding clarity appears ablaze with possibilities. It is within this movement of trust over the unknown that we can envision true miracles. With this base fortified over time, we prepare the spirit to follow this engaging flow into the next theme, ensuring the journey continues. C.S. Lewis captured the essence of faith as an anchor, a foundation to cling to even when our emotions drag us across the uncertain sea of life. He defined faith as the ability to remain steadfast on the persuasive paths of reason, even when the emotional seems to collapse. Have you ever leaned on something so solid it seemed like a rock at sea? The permanence, the incredible stability, emerges when all instabilities draw near, just as Lewis explores in his books, emphasizing that the strength of faith resists, not falters, when faced with waves of challenges. Imagine a believer like a lighthouse, keeping its light as a guide even on stormy nights. What's the secret? A heart firm in truths acceptable by logic, that which Lewis calls mere and simple faith. By delving into audiobooks discussing C.S. Lewis about such simplicity, seeing the influences shaping our spiritual walk illuminates unknown paths. In moments of inquiry, think of the inspiring interviews with C.S. Lewis that enhance this mental resilience. It is a reminder that reason remains, like a steadfast compass, pointing towards the spiritual north when we perceive more heartening internal winds. Promoting this understanding is to help others also ground themselves in their deeply rooted reasoning within their spiritual psyche. Certainly, such insight brings undeniable inner confidence, similar to the peace found in biblical prophecies and the fundamental values of Christianity. We can then question, how can we apply Lewis's example of wisdom in our everyday lives, juggling the complexities of modern routines? For those who seek, a possibility lies in beginning a journey by deepening their understanding of mere Christianity, fortifying the pillars of faith even when life seems to challenge even the most perceptive believers. Behold, more learning still hovers in wait for us in the next section. Cultivating faith is like nurturing a garden that, with due care, blooms in every season of the soul. Imagine someone truly dedicated to a Bible study, transcending superficial understanding and diving deeper with each reading, a journey C.S. Lewis would surely applaud. Thus, prayer becomes that powerful connecting tool, a breathing between the divine and the everyday, capable of linking earthly expectations to the celestial plan. Here, our souls find refuge and sustenance in the Scriptures, allowing a spiritual blossoming worthy of one of C.S. Lewis's most thrilling documentaries. Community initiatives help immensely in this path of cultivating faith. They function as that essential fertilizer promoting vibrant growth. A great example is participating in a Bible study with me or in accessible groups, where we complement ideas and challenge ourselves to deepen our biblical truth understanding. Take the practice of joint reading of Lewis's books or other Christian authors as part of a transformative ritual. In this way, we make faith an active experience here and now, among friends united by the quest for life's purest essence. We visualize divine providence permeating every detail, faith diluting anxieties and earthly expectations, similar to a compassionate narrator found in Lewis's most heartwarming audiobooks. The collective impulse guides and strengthens us, and we recognize potential in one another to grow and transform. This continuous practice must carry an intrinsic belief in the greater purpose led by a loving hand. Consolidated by the Scriptures, we remain firm, never faltering in the face of the obstacles the path presents to us. Thus, we advance towards the next point, with the confidence cultivated every dawn interconnecting everything. Recognizing our human insufficiency is one of the first steps towards genuine and complete confidence in the sufficiency of Christ. Think of it as someone letting go of the reins of self-imposed control and embracing the serenity provided by an experienced guide. C.S. Lewis often spoke of this concept, showing that only when we admit our limitations do we begin to see the true strength that resides beyond us. Anyone who has launched into the uncertainty without fear, confident in divine guidance, will understand the growing robustness through faithful practice. This understanding is what transforms crises into extraordinary historical documentaries of spiritual overcoming. In practice, this dependence does not diminish us, but graces us with genuine transformation rooted in deep connection with God. Observe how others have faced titanic challenges with unbelievable calm, similar to what Jesus Christ demonstrated in his eternal teachings. Our insufficiency becomes a platform of power, whereas our faith and commitment bring us increasingly closer to biblical truth. If we see life as an incredible journey, then we rely on this blessed spiritual map by often delving into Christian stories, even those contained in fictional chronicles, like the infamous Chronicles of Narnia. Therefore, assuming one's insufficiency is not a disgrace, but a memorable bravery. It brings a special kind of spiritual transformation that often goes unnoticed. Regardless of the field, whether those who identify with famous authors or avid absorbers of C.S. Lewis, there is room for growth. In this surrender to the constant presence, we discover ways to intervene in our spiritual walk that go well beyond sparse expectations or others' previsions. Fully trusting remains an iterative revelation, interlinking a rehearsed past with the possibility of a new innovative future. This impulse is soaked in strong spiritual foundations to lead us to the next learning. Faith truly in motion is like that old locomotive that pulls heavy wagons, symbolizing proactive confidence in action on God's plans. In Philippians 2, we find the essential balance between working out our own salvation and believing God is working within us. This dichotomy echoes in ideas presented by C.S. Lewis, where human effort is a complementary piece of the divine orchestra. The lines in our paths become clearer when we face not with resignation, but with vigor, creating celestial partnerships in our daily faith decisions. It's like combining the vibrancy of a historical documentary with spiritual fluency. Consider the practical impact of this empowering concept in real life. Having active faith reflects like constant waters, though unlikely, making the path sustainable. Take, for instance, projects for faith edification, joining around cloakroom Bible studies or in companion meetings with other worshipers motivated by mutual growths. Actions speak more than words. A manifestation of Christian love through everyday tales, echoing powerful teachings like those in biblical prophecies. Thus we reinforce that personal transformation is tangible, similar to the twist keeping the lights of advancement and spiritual progress. Finally, extending these practices, faith inspires confidence beyond known parameters, effectuating appreciable changes in the guidelines of a devout walk. When life springs from words, we integrate dynamic strategies that elevate our spiritual journey to its most authentic potential, transforming simple truths into continuous evolutionary phenomena. By committing not only to a contemplative endearment but intrinsic proactive verb, we advance the steps of daily awaited revelation with benevolent anticipation, packing deep engagements towards continuous growth, promoting the next enlightened reflection theme. True transformation occurs when we are willing to entrust every nuance of our lives to God's perfect direction and timing. Think of it as a silent metamorphosis where, akin to what C.S. Lewis proposes through his works, each detail seems to converge into a well-orchestrated symphony. Here, confidence surpasses mere passive acceptance, becoming a powerful change molded by divine purpose. Embedded by faith in Jesus Christ, each personal choice carries the brush of grace, painting scenarios that transcend mundane expectations. A clear reminder that in confidence lies unparalleled power. Relying on this confidence encourages us towards constant self-surrender of our own actions, aspiring to hidden miracles even through familiar moments of uncertainty. Imagine a person inspired by the rich history of discovering mere Christianity, fearlessly advancing in the promised path of faith. What may initially appear chaotic can, in its very weave of invisible threads, this guide, offer unspeakable fruits. This theme of transformation is as captivating as a careful scroll. It does not imply a quick introspection by iconic audiobooks like those of C.S. Lewis, but an active participation where even intimate desires are realized through potential set in unwavering confidence. We become more malleable to this present celestial presence, constantly aligned with its own time and steps of our extensively beneficial actions. We grow not only in simplicity, but in multiplied wisdom that emerges from complete surrender to the course planned for us. As keen reflectors, we allow the supreme force to conduct a reverberant alignment, like a true faith documentary being quietly outlined and filmed as we engage with new proposals. Distilling this confidence transforms into a rewarding experience with firmly established secretariat, where spirited manifestations blend the old and the new to reveal challenges, yet unmatched victories await each transitory journey. After exploring the miraculous acts of trusting in God, you may find yourself asking, how can I bring this divine serenity into my own daily life? The truth is that the magic happens when we decide to apply this knowledge and walk in the light of an all-transforming confidence. Have you ever considered how your daily concerns could benefit from a powerful prayer? I invite you to reflect. What concrete steps can you take now that would elevate your spiritual journey? Whether participating in a Bible study, devouring a C.S. Lewis book, or even engaging in a meaningful conversation about faith, each action is a brick building the inner peace we all pursue. Throughout this journey, the invitation extends. Allow transformation, awaken the desire for divine relief to redefine worldly burdens. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and activate notifications so we can continue together, unraveling the unknown with the same passion of C.S. Lewis and a touch of humor. How about sharing this adventure of learning and growth? The next step of your incredible journey of faith could be just a click away.